hoping to live to 100, you might want to consider a move to Okinawa, Japan. It's in a cluster of small islands where the East China Sea meets the Pacific Ocean. It boasts an unusually large number of people who live to be over 100. These centenarians are not just surviving to a very old age, they are healthy and active. Okinawa stands out even against Japan, which has the highest life expectancy in the world. These people live a physically active rural life in a warm climate with a social structure where old age is revered and celebrated. They eat fish and meat on special occasions only, and they have a very low consumption of dietary fat. Isn't it interesting that the best medical system in the world, the best health insurance plan, the best technology, the most current medical and health information don't necessarily produce the best health? We're doing low-impact aerobics today. Come on, guys. You'll like it.
For 4, grapevine out, come on back, and march again. I'll count it out for you. We got 4, 3, 2, take it right out, step together, step, touch, come on back home and march. 4.
It's a little cooler today, I think.
It's nippy, brisk. It's a great temperature for exertion. Not picnic weather, but low impact is right. Burn more fat. That's right. You do burn more fat in the cold. There's a couple things going on there. Number one, you can work harder. Heat saps your strength. So when in a cool environment, you're able to produce a greater workload. But more than that, you actually do burn more calories and more calories from fat. I'm changing this march next time. Have a look-see. You can join me on the next cycle. You march. I do step knees for 4. We grapevine. Now you try step knees for 4. 3, 2, 1. Grapevine out. Come on home. 40. And grapevine. 40. That's it. Grapevine. Last time to grapevine. And just hold those step knees. You got 4 knees, 4 step touch. You know, in these centenarians in Okinawa, they have very low LDL. You know what LDL is? The low density lipoprotein cholesterol. Low means bad.
You want low levels of it.
You want low levels of it, that's right. That's my little landmark too, Lisa. LDL is bad cholesterol. Those guys don't have much. Give me step touch. Now give me 4 step heels. We're done with knees. Step touch. And give me step heels and hold them. I'm going to cue you to hold the very last heel out. Here's 4 and out, 3 and out, 2, hold the last 1. Take a second here and just give a wake-up call to this hamstring group. If you'll just barely stretch that, so let it know that we're going to work. And it better be on board for the effort. Interesting, these Okinawans who live so long also have a greater than average female hormone. Now, a lot of them who live to be more than 100 are, in fact, females. You've got your heel down here, stretching your calf muscle. But even the males who live a long time have high levels of circulating sex hormones, pelvic tilt, and the men have higher than normal levels of female hormones. You know,
Yeah.
you and I both have male and female hormones.
Yeah.
You have more male than I do, and I have more female. Well, let's try your other hamstring group. Those long-lived males in Okinawa have more female hormones than normal. And they wonder if this is because they eat so many soybeans, so much soy products. They eat more soy than even the Japanese, who eat a lot of soy. Soy is rich in phytoestrogens, plant estrogens. I just find this fascinating.
It is.
Isn't that why we live longer? Well, that's the question. Are they living longer because they have all these circulating sex hormones? When females have always been known to live longer. You got in your pelvic tilt here, stretching those hip flexors. And so the thinking is that maybe these phytoestrogens from these soy products are factoring into the longevity of these folks by increasing their circulating levels of female sex hormones. Very interesting.
So we're going to consider moving to Japan now?
Yep.
Or eat a lot of soy.
That little island, anyway.
I've never even
Okay,
heard of
we're
it.
going to march 4 and tap 4 to the side. Same side as your lead on march. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Tap 4, 3, 2. March the other leg lead. And tap the other way for 4. That's it. March again. Here's 4, 3, 2, 4 taps. Now, what's going to happen? In a minute, when I tell you, instead of 4 taps, we'll do 3 taps and 1 step touch. Let's try it on the other side. March, and then tap for 3, and then step touch that way. March, tap 3, here comes the step touch. March, and tap. Okay, step touch. Now watch what happens on this step touch this time. It's a step leap.
Oh, I like that.
Getting it up there. First gear. March. Tap 3. That's it. Here it is. March. And tap. And step leap. Now in a minute we're going to lose this march. I'll tell you when. So this is our last march. You're just down to taps and step leaps. Tap. 3, 2, 1. Leap. 3, 2, 1. Leap. 3, 2. All right. In a minute, we're going to even lose the taps. Last time to tap. So you're just going to step leap, step leap. That's it. Now watch what happens to the trailing leg. It starts to go behind the weight-bearing leg. Can you see that?
Yep.
Okay. Now if you can get a little lower with your torso, you're a speed skater. You're Dan Jensen. And here comes some figure 8 arms. That's it.
I can see it, Charlene.
Does it feel like you're whizzing around the Olympic Oval?
I can feel it.
Okay. Now, you're going to get your heart rate up higher here. So open your mouth and process as much oxygen as you can. We're going to do 4 alternating and 4 to one side. Here's 4, 3, 2, to same side. 4, 3, 2, alternate for 4. To the same side, alternate. 4, 3, same side. Good work. Hang in here. Alternate. The same side. Great big limbs. Use big range of motion. That demands the energy. 4. To the same side. Now hold this in alternating.
for us.
Try single, single, double. Single, single, double right here. Single, single, double. Single, single. That's it. So, if you think about trying to cover as much space side to side, that'll cut down on your impact and help you maintain intensity. 2 more sets. Last time. And hold it in alternation. Okay. You're there. You made it. Draw this down to a step touch. Woo!
All right.
Woo! I'm in training hot right now. Yeah. Got to lose your jacket? Not yet. I think I could easily use it.
You always warm up quicker than us.
Yes. I'll keep the gloves. It's getting nippy. You know, I think the weather system is moving in. Okay. We're going to move this to a march. In 4, 3, 2, 1, just march. Now make that to a mumbo. Mumbo. Now, give me a mumbo and a mumbo cha-cha that's going to change your lead. Here we go. Mumbo. Mumbo cha-cha. Change your lead. Mumbo. Mumbo cha-cha. Okay. Next thing, we're going to add 4 step touches after a cha-cha. You need to know the step touches go in the direction opposite your mumbo leg. So if I mumboed here, I'd step touch the other way. Next time, after a cha-cha, step touch. 4, 3, 2, mumbo, mumbo cha-cha, step touch. Now I need to rev up my intensity here. I'm going to change the step touches next time. You have a look. Instead of step touch, I do step knees. And mumbo, mumbo cha-cha, big knees. Can you keep that going? We're going to try and keep it going and then really beat it to death after the break. And step knees. Like me, Dwayne Elder has been a part of the fitness business for years. And I would like to ask what you see is the single biggest mistake made by those people who are pursuing fitness. Not the couch potatoes, that's their biggest mistake.
Right.
But for people who are trying, what do they do wrong?
I think probably going for quantity as opposed to a quality of the workout. So more concerned about doing the correct number of repetitions or keeping up with their neighbor or whatever, instead of really focusing on the quality of the position of it, the technique, the speed, that type of stuff.
Yeah, I certainly see that in public weight rooms a lot. People doing, sit-ups.
Definitely.
I did 200 sit-ups, but they're using momentum
Right.
to do the work rather than good technique.
Yeah, I really noticed it too, like especially on weight machines, a lot of momentum, a lot of body movement instead of really trying to focus, stay control, good posture, and isolating the muscles.
Dwayne, what is it that propelled you into fitness? You've been active, I guess, all your life.
Pretty well. Competitive skating, I guess, was the starting of it. Being, having grown up in an active family, we do a lot of hiking, that type of stuff as a family, and still, to this very day, I'm the youngest in the family, and we still get together as an entire family.
And how much weight training do you do?
Weight training, probably, I try to get in 4 workouts a week in the weight room.
You are incredibly strong muscularly.
Right.
You're not a huge man.
I'm not now. Genetically, I always say it's my mom's fault, actually. I don't know if I should say it's a problem or not, but she's very long, very lean, and that's the body type that I have, but I do a lot of weight training to build the strength to avoid injuries.
It seems to me that you have a lot more muscle control and a lot more muscle strength than most men your size.
Probably, I would agree to that. And again, I think it's a matter of training it and training it properly, getting the right coaching on it.
I appreciate the tips that you've given me along the way.
Oh, well, you're certainly more than welcome.
Hang in there. Okay, pick us back up on that mambo. Remember? It's mambo, mambo, cha-cha, and 4 big step knees. Here's your mambo. Here's your mambo cha-cha. Big knees. And bend that weight-bearing leg. Mambo. Mambo cha-cha. That's it. Open that knee joint because that drives up your intensity. That's the source of your energy demand. Right here. Ho. Yes, sirree. Now here's the trick. If you're having trouble remembering which way to start on these knees, it's opposite direction from this mambo. If you used the left leg to do your mambo, you're going to do your first step on the right leg. But you know what? That part doesn't matter so much as the fact that you're working hard, that you're really processing oxygen. I'm a lot less concerned about you getting all the steps right as I am just getting you up off the couch and into the training zone. Big knees. Couple more. Okay. Here's your very last time. Hold these knees. Good work. All right. We're going to do 4 knees, 4-step touch. 4, 3, 2, step touch. 4 knees. They're up. Step touch. Here's a very brief recovery. Work. Down. Last set like that. And hold this step touch. Give me 4-step curls. Step touch. That's it. Curl again. Catch your breath. Step touch. And curl again. Step touch. Now, step touches are gone. Give me 4 curls, 4 side leg lifts. They look like this. If you bend that weight-bearing leg, those can drive up your heart rate. I can feel a nice stretch doing that. Yes. Come on, team. Just work as hard as you can. And listen, if you tire, you rein in, it's okay. You can make it intervals. Last time to curl. Now just lifts and step kick, and 4 lifts. Step kick and lifts. Yes, that feels pretty good. And lifts.
I got a little recovery in the middle.
Even 4 beats to catch your breath is helpful, isn't it?
It is.
Last time to do your lifts. Good. And kicks. Okay. How hard you working? Have a look at the board perceived exertion chart. Now, out of all the words on there, which would you pick to describe how hard you're working? My hope for you is that you could say somewhat hard to hard, between 13 and 15. Just because when you're in that training zone, you get the maximum benefits for your effort. It's not a problem if you work harder. As long as you're normal, healthy don't have heart disease. But if you work a lot harder, you might not like it, and you might not do it next time. That's my concern. Okay, make this a march. Just give me a mambo, a V-step. Okay, I'm going to leave you with one last charge for the break. Have a look and see where this goes. I'm going to add squats. You do your mambo, one V-step. Now squat twice. And you hold this last knee and mambo, V-step, 2 squats. If you'll work on that in the break, I promise you, we'll cool down when we get back. Off you go. Oh, mambo, give us 2 more squats. Yes. Music volume. Sometimes when I go to aerobic classes at workout facilities, I literally have to put in earplugs like most people would wear on airplanes or to sleep, because it has evolved in the fitness business that we sometimes crank up the music volume in an effort to crank up the enthusiasm and the energy in the room. And loud music takes its toll on our hearing long term. I've spent a lot of time around nursing homes because my mother had a very long illness, and I don't want to end up deaf. I want to hear the birds chirping. I want to hear my grandchild whispering in my ear. I encourage you, when you go to public facilities, to ask instructors to turn the music down. Listen, if it bothers you, if it hurts at all, it's too loud. You don't need an audio meter there. Trust your own judgment. And beware of other loud sounds in your life, like a hair dryer. You know, when you blow dry your hair and you've got the hair dryer right there in your ear. All those really loud sounds often go above the level that OSHA or any of the occupational health safety entities would allow in the workplace. So you're doing the same damage to your ear that the guy on the jackhammer is doing if he's not wearing his ear protection. The world is worth hearing. Protect your ears. Okay, we're going to get you right through this cool down with a step kick. Step kick, step kick, step kick. And we're going to add 3 marches after a step kick. So it'll be step kick, march 3. In 5, 4, 3, 2, step kick and march. 3, 2, 1. Step kick, march, march, march. Step kick, march, march, march. Step kick. That's it. And I'm going to take my kick to the side. Step, kick, march, march, march. Step, kick. That's it. Good work. And you can put that on automatic pilot. Listen, in your continuing efforts to improve your food choices, I have a tip for you. It turns out researchers have found that it's not necessary to skin poultry before you cook it, as long as you don't eat the skin. You know, the fat is in the skin. And for years, our family has been skinning the Christmas and Thanksgiving turkey. And the challenge is to keep it moist. And just after 20 years, we kind of perfected it. And then we learned that there's a membrane around the bird that actually prevents the fat from the skin being absorbed during cooking. So, make it easier on yourself. You can cook it with the skin and then just skin it before you eat it, before you serve it. That would have made my life easier.
Yeah, I always take the skin off before I cook it.
And then do you wrap it in foil to bake it?
No, I just cook it. It's
Oh,
dry.
Let's remember not to go to her house. Or when we have our potluck, let's have her bring a pie.
Or a salad or something.
She's British. I bet she can make a good pie crust. Well, step kick. No? Hey, keep dancing, will ya? We'll be back to stretch you out.
Body fat burns only 2 measly calories a day to sustain itself, but a pound of muscle burns 30 to 50 calories a day to stay alive. The more muscle you have, the higher your metabolism and the more calories you burn even as you sleep. Unfortunately, metabolism slows with age due to loss of muscle to the tune of about a half a pound of muscle a year after age 30. If you weight train, though, you can preserve muscle and keep your metabolism high to stay lean. I bet hardly a week goes by without hearing someone say that exercise got them through a nasty divorce, or the stress of job loss, or the depressing loss of a loved one. I hear it all the time. And it's not pie in the sky, it's real. Exercise reduces tension by desensitizing your body to stress. Regular workouts train the body to react less intensely to stress, leaving you better able to cope with anxiety-provoking events. It's much better than Valium.
Press your heel down, you get the most welcome, intense stretch on your calf muscle. Now, the way to use the cold to your advantage is to layer up. That's what we do here in Canada. We dress in layers and then we peel off. So you peel off as you warm up, switch off and try your other calf, and then you got to start putting back on as you come back to normal. Boy, once you quit that aerobic activity and cool down, if you're at your house, it's a good idea to come back inside for your cool down and stretch. Lots of people, you know, drag their TV sets over to the window, throw up the window, and do their workout out on the deck where they can get the cool air. Now come stretch your quadricep here. Bring this thigh vertical and really pelvic tilt. You feel that on the front of your thigh? I can. Don't forget to drink, drink, drink so you replace your fluids. Have a great day, team.
It Figures is produced in association with the Life Network, high on a plateau at the foot of Mount Kidd in the Rocky Mountains of Kananaskis country. Our production tent is supplied by Warner Shelter of Calgary.
The other quadricep, right there. Stretching and a real pelvic tilt here. You stretch that. Now we'll go into a stretch.
If you would like to buy an exercise video, a copy of this show, or one of our cookbooks, call 1-800-MORE-FIT. Viewers requiring an answer from It Figures should enclose $3 and a self-addressed stamped envelope.
Right along there. Right there. Goodbye.
Bug spray or sunscreen? It seems logical to apply sunscreen first because it needs to be absorbed by the skin, and it's best applied half hour before exposure. Insect repellents with DEET are volatile. They work by evaporating into the air to repel attacking bugs. Now, repellents containing permethrin should only be applied to clothing. In fact, concentrations of DEET higher than 35% shouldn't be applied to the skin either. Citronella is a more environmentally friendly repellent, but it's not effective enough for serious mosquito country. So, first the sunscreen, then the bug spray, then the shadow test. Have you heard of that? If your shadow is shorter than your height, you can get sunburned. And I'm telling you, my husband can even manage a sunburn in the shade. On our first cruise, he spent a day reading a novel on the upper deck in the shadow of the smokestack, red as a lobster. The deck reflected back enough rays to burn him. More as we weight train. Come on. You need that muscle. Don't tell me you won't want it. It'll rev up your metabolism.
Just before we get to pumping that iron, we need some blood flow. Hey, look who's with us back from the delivery room with a brand new baby. Still got her tags on. We're going to March 4 and Grapevine 2. There's Michaela. Wave, Michaela. Wave. You wave at Mommy. Mickey. And baby Natalie, fresh from the womb. Okay, here we go on our March and Grapevine. I'll count for you. 4, 3, 2, Grapevine that away. Come on back. March 4 again. So how was it, my friend?
Well, it was a challenge.
She delivered normally.
Yeah.
You didn't have to have a
I didn't have a C-section. We were scheduled for a C-section on Friday.
because
She
this
came on
baby,
her own.
this baby was breech, remember?
That's right.
And
So it
what,
was hard work.
but did the baby lift its little foot? So that's what
That second
baby...
foot came up, and we were allowed to deliver normally. It was harder work, though.
It was all that wishing we were doing.
That's right. The good vibes came my way.
We certainly were sending them to you. I'm going to change this march next time. I need more vigorous movement. I need to warm up.
Okay, I'll join you that time.
Grapevine, you catch me this round.
Did ya?
Step knee. And grapevine out. And come on back for step knees. Is it a lot harder with 2 than 1? Oh, yes. It's like the door is unbelievable. I remember that. I remember how hard. It's about an hour-long procedure. Just getting in the car. That's right. Okay, hold these step knees. 4, 3, give me step touch. 4, 3, step knees. 4, 3, 2, step touch. You guys about warm enough to work?
We're getting there.
Okay, I don't see any coats coming off yet, so. One more set of knees. And just hold that step touch. Give me some step heels. Step heel. Step touch. And lastly, step heels. And I think we're going to have to get to work.
Okay.
Or not. Give us a hug. Give us a hug. Congratulations to you.
Okay.
We're thrilled. So,
Is it good to be back?
it's great to be back.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
It's been a while before I...
Oh,
Yeah.
Sizable out.
Yeah. That's right. Hey, we give you 6 to 8 months, Mom.
Yeah, that's right.
And you know, when you stop breastfeeding, a lot more weight will come off.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to work. We'll use our quadriceps. Get your back braced here, however it's comfortable. And all you have to do is extend your leg and bring it back. And boy, Shauna, we're going to drag you through weight training.
welcome back.
I know.
She
I need
popped
this
back
now, I
really
tell
fast.
you.
And this is a brand new baby. But the faster we can get Shauna's muscles really back strong again, even though she maintained fitness during her pregnancy, now we can really increase her muscle strength, her muscle mass, and she'll burn off a lot more calories. Here's the last one. Switch legs. Out and out. And in. Are you tired, kiddo?
No, I'm actually feeling really good. I had a lot of help from family.
Good.
So I got a chance to rest and heal.
Yeah, for sure.
You get lots of rest?
Yeah, I'm trying. Sleep when the baby
Is
sleeps.
she a good baby?
She's pretty good. Her day and night are a bit reversed. Which is a problem.
Her name is Natalie.
Natalie, yes. Natalie Ann.
That's lovely.
We're just thrilled to bits.
we have produced a lot of babies on this show.
Not me.
Well, last one for Joshua on the show. That's it for Roger. Okay, let's move on to the outside of the thigh.
And I'll do the wide base position on this.
Yeah, now we'll look at Shauna. She's going to take a wide base with her foot out and her hand out. All right, so you've got a good safe base. And that's a good safe position. But if you've been doing this for a while, I want to make it harder for you. I want you to double up on your legs, so you have to use your trunk muscles to help you stabilize. Get rid of this arm. Now, you're maybe going to wobble a little bit here. Cope, just cope. And in coping, you grow stronger. Is everybody ready?
Everybody ready.
Here we go. Lift your leg up and down and down. Lift up and down. Can we talk a little bit more about sun? You know, when I was young, a tan was a sign of health. And now we know a lot more, and we know that a tan is a sign of injury to your skin. The Australians were the first to cotton on to this notion. So a tan in Australia draws comments of derision. That's the last one. You feel that? Flip over and we'll try the other side. Again, your choice of positions. It's much harder if you're straight like an arrow and you get rid of that support hand. Lift, up and up. Now these muscles that are doing the lifting, the abductor muscles, are not big muscles. And that's one reason why you tire so easily. And they are, they're not capable of producing a great deal of power. Oh, hang on here. Grit your teeth. You remember in the old days when we used to lather up with olive oil? Olive oil and iodine? No sunscreen at all. Here's the last one. And you know, Eric, it was interesting when you shared with me, I didn't know this, stupidity on my part, that you can sunburn.
I can, and I have, unfortunately.
And it doesn't show, but it still hurts.
It hurts a lot.
So being dark is not an absolute protector. Moving on to the glutes. Look here. Move up to your step so that your thighs touch the step. Now, if you don't have any ankle weights, here's what you can do. You can put a dumbbell right in your knee. Now, your thighs are on the step, so you're leaning over and you're supported. And now, when you do extension of the hip, that is, you lift your foot toward the ceiling, you're doing glute work. And up and down. Now, if you don't want to put a dumbbell in your knee, you can just straighten your leg. The point is just to get your hip into that lift, because that's what the glutes do for a living.
They do.
Last one, and up and down. Okay, switch sides and switch your dumbbell if you're using it.
I didn't use a dumbbell.
Okay. That's good. You got an ankle weight. You got three pounds of weight. Lift. Up and up. And then you, of course, want to keep your back flat, which is why I've got you draped over the step like that. And you, of course, could do this over a piano bench or a nice big solid sturdy footstool that's not going to tip over with you.
I don't think they're going to get the view that we've got, though.
Oh man, isn't it glorious today? It is such a glorious day. A little on the chilly side, which is why you see us still in jackets. Where are we? Here's the last one. Okay, done. Whoa. All right, now what have we done? We've done front. We haven't done hamstrings. So stand yourself up here, and you're going to want something to serve as a support. Piano bench, even if you just hold on to the door frame. Number one, check. Make sure the weight-bearing leg is not locked. Make sure you're in pelvic tilt. Make sure your thighs are both vertical. Here's what happens. People tend to bring the working thigh forward. I want you to keep it vertical. And then lift your heel to your butt. Are you with me?
We're with you.
We're with you. Okay. And down. There are cells in your skin called cells of Langerhans. And those cells detect foreign threats and fight off those invaders. And UV radiation, sun, weakens them. So sun actually weakens your immune system. That's the last one. And down. Ooh, can you feel it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Check. The weight bearing leg a little bent. Pelvic tilt. Both sides vertical. Ready, go. Up and up.
When I get my kids up in the morning, well, not my little one, but my 2-year-old, I get her on the change table, slather her down, head to foot.
She's very light.
15. Let it soak in. She runs around naked till it soaks in, and then I dress her.
You know, that is so smart.
So any exposed skin, you have that problem of what's under the strap that might get moved,
And Shauna, because we live in cold country, people often forget how high and how intense the sun is here. If I had a kid that was that light, I would be doing that too. Okay, last one. Last one. Whoa! Done. Now, right there. Just enjoy this in the break. Stick that leg out there and do this stretch. That's it. Get a good stretch through here. And while you're down there, you can take your weights off. So come back all nice and stretched. We'll do our biceps.
Most heart attacks are due to a buildup of fatty deposits or plaque inside coronary arteries. And it's at these plaque deposits where blood clots are likely to stick and completely cut off the blood supply. The best way to avoid that scenario is eat low-fat food and exercise. For every 1% you lower your total blood cholesterol through better food choices, exercise, or cholesterol-lowering drugs, your risk of heart attack declines 2 to 3%. Adult humans can have up to 600 billion fat cells, and they're very elastic. If you burn up all the calories you eat in a day, your fat cells swell and shrink as fat is stored and then released for burning. If you eat more than you use, your cells enlarge to accommodate the excess. If your body fat content rises to about 30 kilograms, your body will manufacture new fat cells to absorb the extra. The trick to weight loss is burning up more calories than you eat.
Okay, here's that bicep muscle, and all you have to do to work it is curl with the weight. Come along with us. Here's 1, and down, and 2. You know, sun also worsens conditions like lupus and cold sores. Prolonged exposure increases the risk of cataract. And of course, no sunscreen's going to help that. Though they do say that a good sunglass helps it. You know, one that's UV protected. Up and down. 2 more. Hang on. Here's the last time. Hey, did we just move to New Orleans? Feels good. Oh, yeah. Roll that hard. Okay, other side. Ready? Lift. Up. I think somebody thought we needed some motivation.
And we take that somewhere.
And sometimes we do.
I know I always get a cold sore if I let my lips burn. You know, as soon as you get exposed to the sun, they get cracked.
Yeah.
I'm prone to them.
So you harbor the virus, is the way I understand it.
I do.
So that's a wintertime problem as well.
And summer, you gotta keep the old stuff on the lips all year round.
And wear those hats.
That's right.
Broad-rimmed hats. I got a hat tree full of them. My problem's not cold sores. I'm trying to avoid wrinkles.
Last one.
Okay, we're done. Biceps are done now. Triceps. We're going to work. The biceps there, triceps there. So this one's really a tough one. Here's what you do. Come on down here. Come on down.
What do you got in mind?
Oh, these awful things. I know what she's
You
gonna
got to
do.
get rid of this bottom hand. Just get rid of it. And then this tricep will take you up and down. Now, if you have to, rather than start to use your bottom hand here to help you. Just do as many as you can, and if you have to rest a couple of reps, well, that's okay. You'll get stronger. You know, weight training is anaerobic, not aerobic. And anaerobic means start and stop. Two more without oxygen. This is it in China.
Counting, please. I attributed to my
Stay right there.
It's hard to lift.
You've been watching too much Sesame Street.
On the count.
You're the count. Okay, now, this elbow right underneath your shoulder, top leg crossed over, these ab muscles are going to work as you push up. Careful though, this is not it. You stay facing this way. Don't turn your chest toward the floor. And if you can manage to keep this hand out of the action, all the better. If you really get tired, you can use it to help you.
And these are very tough.
These are very tough.
Postpartum.
Obliques. And your obliques have definitely been stretched and stretched. So you need it. You just may not like it. You're doing well, my friend. Here's the last one.
Thank you.
And roll over, baby.
Trust me, those are hard even if you haven't had a baby.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Triceps. That feels real easy after the other one. Here's up and down. Yep. So let's see, what else can we tell you? Did you know you can certainly burn through fabric? My husband is real light-skinned and uses sunscreen real religiously and has managed to burn through shirts, you know, loosely woven shirts. So you just have to almost get up and bathe in that sunscreen. Better yet, just don't get out in the sun during the peak periods of sunlight. Here's your last one. And done. Okay. Now, this elbow goes right under there. Get rid of this. Oh, summon your courage. And lift.
More than courage I need.
Obliques are great stabilizers. Sean, I'll have to give you a copy of our ab tape.
I need all the help I can get.
Well, you know what to do.
Muscles back.
You just need time.
Yep.
I don't have any doubt, do you? I mean, you know,
Well,
right?
took me about 4 months last time, but
Yeah.
it'll probably take longer this
Yeah,
time.
sure. Couple more. Can you do one more for me?
Oh,
Come on, give it a best shot. Okay, we're done. Now, you okay?
I'm grateful.
Sit back up here on your step if you have even a couch that you can lie on, and bring your belly right to the front and take a small weight, up to 2 pounds, and put a little spot of glue right here and stick it to your pelvis, and then just lift up and down and down. And that's going to work the rotator cuff in your shoulder. Get it good and strong so you're not prone to injury when you lift your hand over your head, say when you're throwing a ball. Give me 12 or 15 reps on each arm, and then come back to work more. Down, up, down, up, down, up. The Quebec family study at Laval University has found that genetics do play a role in your body fat, but not a very strong influence. Only 25% of individual difference in body fat throughout the population is genetic. That means you can only blame your parents for a quarter of your fat. Genes strongly determine where fat is stored, but genes are not very influential in the amount of fat stored. Your physical activity or lack of it and your food choices determine your fatness.
Have you heard about the new approach to abdominal training? In the past, we did exercises which challenged the abdominal muscles as prime movers. They make the movement. But the abs actually spend more of their time acting as trunk stabilizers. So now we're also doing work that challenges them to be better stabilizers. This may be the answer to that stubborn little pot belly that annoys even some fairly lean people.
Okay, we're going to work your belly here. Now, I need you to abdominal brace as hard as comfortable. The first pattern is just to lower one leg at a time. Easy as with the bent position to a count of 4. Up, 2, 3. Try the other side, and when your leg goes down, your back has to go down. Don't do this unless you can press your back to the floor. It's just not working, and it's hard on your back. So you really have to pull your belly down as you lower those legs. All right, try a couple more. Now, if you want to make it harder, that's no problem. You just lengthen your lever. Looks like this. Down, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2.
I'll stick to the bent lever.
Okay, that's right. This is not appropriate for someone who's just given birth. A bent lever will be just fine for Shauna. Okay, now stop that and have a look here. Again, you press that belly down and lift and twist. So come up and hold and go back. 2, 3. Take it the other way. Lift and hold and roll back. 2, 3, 4. Lift and hold and roll back. 2. Now in a minute we're going to put those two together. Lift and hold. Can't you feel that in the side of your trunk?
Sure can.
Yep. Lift and hold and back. Now if you want to, next time we come to that side, as you lift, take your favorite leg lower and put them together. So it's lift and hold and back. 2, 3, 4. Lift and hold and back. 2, 3, 4. It's harder when you involve the legs. It makes it a greater challenge. So if you don't like it, don't lower your legs at the same time. Keep working, and we'll see you back again. Lift and hold and lower. You know, life certainly has its hiccups, and I was reminded of that this year when I fell down a waterfall and bruised or fractured my ribs, and I was confined to bed pretty much, certainly confined to the couch for about 2 months. And you know, when I started back, my energy was gone, my muscle mass had decreased. It was really kind of depressing. You know, I had to start way back a lot easier. But I was just diligent and I hung in there, and I had a lot of cheerleaders, a lot of friends behind me. And I encourage you to have faith too. I often hear from people who've had surgery or who've been in some sort of accident, and they feel like the world is just falling apart. Well, it hasn't. You will recuperate, and you'll have to start, you know, at ground zero and rebuild, but the building is lots faster than it ever was initially. Hang in there. Being tenacious is a real good characteristic. This would be the push-up position. Now, the broader you take your hands, the easier it is. Ideally, you have your hands right under your shoulders with your fingers toward each other. If you can't do it that way, put that hand out there. It's okay. Any effort will do. Down and up. Try and keep your neck.
I successfully avoided the first one.
What?
I successfully avoided the first one.
Now, Eric will be doing these from his toes. He is the king of push-ups.
What?
And we will be doing these from our knees because we don't have the upper body strength that he has.
Sissy push-ups.
Sissy push-ups. I don't mind you calling them sissy, but I don't want you to call them women's push-ups. They're quickly and for a long time.
How many more do we
How
have?
many more? Okay, one more. And take this stretch. Dance your hands over and enjoy the stretch. Good work, team.
It Figures is produced in association with the Life Network, high on a plateau at the foot of Mount Kidd in the Rocky Mountains of Kananaskis country. Our production tent is supplied by Warner Shelter of Calgary.
Okay, dance your hands over. Dance your hands over to the other side and put on that stretch. Oh,
Feels great.
yes, it does feel
One of those leaks.
good. All right, we're just going to roll over and do a good hamstring stretch.
If you would like to buy an exercise video, a copy of this show, or one of our cookbooks, call 1-800-MORE-FIT.
Oh, is that leg?
Viewers requiring an answer from It Figures should enclose $3 and a self-addressed stamped envelope.
Yes. Nice.
Margarine is the #1 source of fat in North American diets. It's estimated that the death rate due to the high consumption of trans fat in solid margarines and processed foods is 30,000 heart disease deaths annually. Trans fat is an artificial fat produced by hydrogenating liquid oil to make it solid. The clue on food labels is partially hydrogenated whatever oil. In the National Institute of Nutrition surveys, most consumers say that reducing fat intake is important, but those same folks can't rank foods by their fat content. Most people consistently underestimate the hidden fats they eat. They don't realize, for example, that the moist cake-like muffin they eat at coffee break has as much fat as the poached egg on toast with ham they don't eat at breakfast. They don't know that they can eat a broiled steak, a baked potato with a tablespoon of sour cream, peas and carrots for less than a fistful of peanuts. Those people aren't our viewers. More as we step.
Greetings from the Kananaskis, where it's breezy and cool. We're anxious to warm you up, so we generate some body heat. That's it. Step, kick. And our first pattern will be 1 step kick and 3 marches. That's it. I'll get you into it in 5, 4, 3, 2, step, kick, march, march, march. Step, kick, march, march, march. To the side, middle, and to the side. Step, kick, march, march, march. Step, kick, march. I'm gonna go up, have a look-see. Step, kick, march, march. And everybody's up. Can I change the march? Next time I'll change this part. It'll be easy. Step, kick, march, mambo, march. Step, kick, march, mambo, march. All right. You know, it is thought that this trans fat, these hydrogenated liquid oils that become trans fats, actually are responsible for inducing 30,000 heart disease deaths a year. Now, when you think about that number, in comparison to the Vietnam War, where, some 55,000 soldiers died, or put it up next to motor vehicle accidents and deaths, there are about 55,000 motor vehicle deaths a year in the U.S. 30,000 deaths just because of trans fats is a lot. Hey, I'm going to change this march again. Step, kick, march, march, march. Just stay on the floor. 3, 2, 1. Step, kick on the step. March on the floor. Have a look-see. I'm leaving you. I'm coming back. Step, kick. Join me now. Step, kick. Now watch what you're doing as you U-turn around your step. Next time that kick is a knee. Step, knee. Step, knee. Big swinging arm. Step, knee. Again. Step, knee. And step, knee. Now we've got one knee. I'm going to make it a knee repeater 2. Catch me when you can. You can catch me here. 1, 2, step, 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 step. 1, 2. Now, you need to remember this one because we're going to catch it again later in our workout, so we'll give it a name. We'll call it repeater 2 U-turn. Here's the repeater 2. Here's the U-turn. Last one before we stretch. Okay, take a break here. Let's just call on those hamstrings. Are you up and ginning? Are you ready to work? So remember, repeater 2 U-turn. You're gonna put that in memory, and then it'll be there when we call it up. We got this gastrocnemius, big calf muscle on stretch when you press your heel to the floor. And moving up to stretch your all important hip flexors, which are going to work for you time and time and time again in this workout. Slap your leather leg up there. Just a hello to those hamstrings on the back of your thigh. This is not intense developmental stretch. You need to do that once you're warm and got a lot of blood flow. So let's talk a little bit about sweets. Because a lot of those trans fats come packaged with sweets.
Well, how about some substitutes for those fats?
Yeah, and sweet foods, absolutely. Chocolate is what I hear most about in my mail.
Yes.
People, and who doesn't love chocolate?
Well, there are low-fat chocolate products now.
Aren't they good? Remember that one I gave you? Oh, boy.
That chocolate ice cream sauce. Oh, fantastic.
Well, yeah, I think it's just called chocolate topping, but there are now 3 or 4, which, you would never know they were fat.
No, never.
Oh, they're so good. So, if you wanted something chocolatey and chewy, you roll some raisins around that fat-free chocolate sauce. Works like a charm. Okay, I need one basic, one knee. Here comes your basic. Now give me your knee. Switches your lead on basic. There's your basic. Give me a knee. Yes.
And a lot of those fat-free chocolate puddings I find good now.
Yes. And they give you that chocolate creamy texture.
That's right.
And you want creamy and cold, non-fat frozen yogurt is my favorite dessert treat. And we don't have much of that here in Western Canada.
We've got it right in my hospital
It's
where
so
I work.
unfair. That is the biggest
And they
injustice.
always have chocolate and one other flavor.
And it is good.
It's really good.
And do I look stupid going to the children's hospital just for frozen yogurt? Yes. Yes. Hey, I want to show you what can happen to this knee. I want to show you a pop turn. Have a look-see. Do what you're doing. I pop around. Coming back for you. So you got a basic. Now pop your knee. That's it. Here's your basic. Pop back around. Couple more. That's it. Whoop. One more time. Here's your second last pop turn. Here's your last pop turn. Just whole basic. Whew. I gotta strip it down. Now that you know those pop turns, we're gonna do pop turn corners. I need 4 single knees. Right here, right now. Up, knee, down, tap. Up, knee, down, tap. One more now. Knee, walk, walk. Over here, give me 4 knees. 4. Here's 3. Here's 2. After this one, walk the other corner. 4, 3, 2, last one. Walk. Have a look-see. Here's my pop turn. Second one pops. Third one pops. Fourth one doesn't pop. So here comes the second. Pop around. Keep going the same way. And walk the other corner. Pop around. Whoa. Pop around. Other corner. Are we still playing this game about the coats? Because I'm really ready to call in my chits. We have this kind of loose game or tally. Last man with his coat left on in the workout buys a round.
Well, I've yet to see any champagne, so I don't know.
We play the game, but we never pay up. I just don't know how you're doing it, kids. I'm about to sweat here. Okay, will you do one more of these? Your last pop turn corner. Whoa. Good. Single knees, corner to corner. Moving on. Now, whenever you can manage this, turn it into straddle. There you are. We'll wait. No hurry. You figure it out? Let us know when you're there. Knee straddle down. Knee straddle. That's it. Now, I want to turn this into knee straddle exit. Watch me 2 cycles. I knee straddle. I exit off the back. I straddle. I exit off the front. Come with me. Straddle down. Exit off the back. Straddle down. Exit off the front. You got it? Good. Hang on. We'll practice it. And then we're going to add on. Couple more. We'll add on knee repeater 3. One more. Now this time, knee repeater 3 right here. 3, 2, tap down, and straddle, exit off the front, knee repeater 3. That's it, tap down, straddle down, exit off the back. 3, 2, 1, tap down. Here's your straddle exit. Repeater 3. Okay. Can we add on? Listen, why don't you pound this in, and when we come back, I'll add on some crossovers. See ya. 3, 2, and straddle exit. We are in production on the Village Rim Trail on the edge of the ridge overlooking the Kananaskis Valley. And my guest is Mona LeDuc, who is public relations at the Lodge at Kananaskis. This trail seems to be a very popular place for weddings.
It certainly is.
How many weddings have gone on at the same time? Because sometimes it looks like sometimes there's 2 or 3.
Well, there is, because there's quite a few booked between the lodge and the inn. So on average, we probably have at least 10 that we know about. And of course, that's not counting people who just come up and make their own arrangements and don't even tell us.
So you're allowed to do it? I figured you had to pay a fee and get permission.
No, it's pretty much open ground. There is a booking process within the village, so people can call and say they'd like to book the Village Rim Trail, etc. And on occasion, we've had more than one bride show up at the same time, and they've just had to separate themselves a little bit. But with the laws in Alberta where you don't have to have any residency, you can get a justice of the peace and pretty much pick any piece of land and go for it.
So what's the most elaborate one you've seen out here?
Out here, I think probably, besides the wedding itself, was a bride that we had who actually had her helicopter pilot's license and had planned to bring in all of her guests by helicopter to the helipad just down from the lodge, and then shuttle them all up to the room that they would walk up here. In the end, you know, with all the pressures of wedding, she did end up having somebody else pilot them, but in fact, all the guests came. So.
We saw one out here just the other day with these long alpine horns, you know, that sit on the ground,
Right.
and they played the wedding march on these. It was beautiful.
I think that when people have this sort of view and everything, their creativity takes over.
Yeah, that's a good start to a life together. Well, thanks for your time.
Thanks very much.
We envy your life up here.
Well, it's not bad in God's country in our backyard.
No, not at all. Okay, we're holding these repeater knees for you. Do one more repeater, and then we'll go on. Here's your straddle exit. Knee straddle, knee exit. Here's your repeater. 3, 2, tap down, knee up, straddle, exit off the back. Repeater 3, 3, 2, 1, and tap down. Straddle exit. Repeater 3. Now, I'm just going to tell you about what's coming. Remember I said we were going to add on something? Well, do you remember in the warm-up, you put something in memory, and we called it a knee repeater U-turn? Well, in a minute, we're going to pick that dude up and throw him in here. Straddle and exit, knee repeater. After the next repeater of 3, here's straddle exit. Now here's repeater 3. Tap down and give me repeater 2. You turn around the end. Repeater 2 right here. You turn around the end. Straddle exit. This is the start. Here's your repeater 3. Good. Tap down. Here's your repeater 2. You turn. Watch what you're doing. Repeater 2, U-turn. Straddle exit. This would be repeater for 3 with a tap down. Repeater 2, U-turn. Again. Repeater 2, U-turn. Couple more. Here's your straddle exit. Repeater 3. Give me a tap down. Repeater 2, U-turn. Watch, watch, repeater 2, U-turn last time, straddle exit, repeater 3, there it is, tap down repeater 2, U-turn around the end and back around, just hold the straddle exit, just hold it here, straddle exit, no repeaters, nothing fancy, straddle exit, up knee, straddle, up knee, exit, up knee, exit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, it takes you 8 counts to get across this step. There's lots of ways to go across in 8 counts. Renee, you hold that, straddle exit, and I'll show an easier way to get across in 8 counts. It looks like this. Up, lunge, lunge, get off. Too simple. That one's much easier. Join me. Up, lunge, and get off. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up, lunge, lunge, and get off. Up, lunge, lunge. Okay. Now for those of you who are truly crazy, I've got something really athletic. Renee, can you hold this? Thank you, thank you. I'm getting worried about what this athletic thing is going to be. If you are really a step enthusiast and you want something really challenging, I'm doing 2 lunges here. Renee's going to hold 2 lunges. Watch what happens if I do 3 lunges. Yikes. 2. Up, up, 3, 2, 1, knee, get off.
Looks pretty jazzy.
It is jazzy. It's hard. Up, up, 3, 2, 1, knee, get off. Okay. Whoa! I don't know how many more I can do.
No, I don't think that's one for long term.
Okay. 2 more if you're doing these. Last one if you're doing the crazies. Whoa! I'm with you. Lunge. Lunge.
I bet you're happier with us.
What?
I bet you're happier with us now.
What do you mean?
I mean, just to give yourself a break.
Oh, yes. That's definitely interval work. Last 2. Last one. Whoa! Just give me basic. Oh, hard work. You need to look at the Borg perceived exertion chart and tell me, how hard are you working? Well, ideally, you would be between 13 and 15, so you could honestly say, hey, I'm working hard. Then you would get the optimal benefits, but that's not to say there are no benefits in working easier. Don't be worried if you don't feel like working hard today. It's not a problem. Okay, let's do 2 basics and then tap and change. Going this way. Here's 1. Here's 2. Give me a tap. That's it. Adding on. Now you're going to give me a knee repeater 3 right here. Tap down after it. And 2 basics. Can you keep that going in the break? All right. We'll be back to cool you down. Tap down. 2. Knee repeater 3. With the tap. And down. This is my best bud, Laurie Glanville from Houston. Laurie lived in Houston, moved up to Calgary, and then now has sadly moved back to Houston, and the neighborhood will never be the same. Folks want to know a little bit about you. High finance banking. Exactly what does that mean?
If I told you, I'd have to kill you.
Really? Espionage. I mean, we're into high-level stuff.
Yeah. I help high net worth individuals decide how to invest their money.
Like trust funds and that kind of
It
stuff?
can be either trust or I can serve as an agent and really just manage their money. That's our expertise.
That's what you do 9 to 5. Let's hear about the interesting stuff.
I think the really fun stuff I do is I help a lot of inner city kids. Most of the volunteer projects I work on deal with inner city kids. So it might be anything from taking an inner city child to the ballet for the first time or taking them to a really neat museum. It's something they might not be able to experience. And so that's kind of how I decide.
Do you do that through the Junior League? I know you're a big...
I do it through a whole bunch of different things now, either through Junior League, which is a great women's organization, or I work really close with our zoo and zoo friends, and I work really close with the Museum of Natural Science in Houston, and then with Inner City Ballet, and more recently I'm going to get involved with our Museum of Fine Arts, and all of that is going to work with inner city kids.
Now, you actually, though, have a fairly diverse dance background, don't you? I mean, you know, because your sister...
I had a sister that was auditioning for the Rockettes, and my other sister danced with San Francisco Ballet, so I was kind of more the athletic one, I think. A little stronger.
Were you the brain of the family?
No. I have a sister that's a doctor and one that's a great banker.
Well, let me tell you, I miss you mucho, mucho.
I miss you too, honey.
On the floor and marching to cool you down. March 4, 3, 2, grapevine out and back. That's it. Come on back and march for 4. Here's 4, 3, adding on this time. Grapevine out, come on back and step touch for 4. We got 4, 3, and then 4 taps to the top. 4, 3, 2, and 1 march 4, 3. Grapevine out. Next time, those taps are going to change. Here's your step touch for 4, 3, 2, tap, tops, a single 2 times, a double, change your lead, march 4, 3. Grapevine that away. And come on back. touch for 4. We got a 4, a 3, a 2, and top taps, single, single, double. March 4, 3. Well, let's think of some more substitutes, Renee. Lori was wanting substitutes. If you want sweet and chewy,
Dried fruit.
fruits, figs,
Dried apricots and
dates. I do too, and they're expensive.
Yes, well, I can't really keep them in the house too well,
Step
for
touch.
baking because,
The boys eat them.
no, I do.
Tap, single, single, double, March 4. If you want salty but low fat, those rice cakes, step touch 4.
Pretzel.
Yeah, pretzels. Again, look on the label. Get the non-fat ones. They're there. March 4, 3, out and back. If you want sweet and real chewy, step touch 4. Cinnamon raisin bagels. And here's single, single, double with the tap. March 4, 3. Grapevine, she's out. She's back. Step touch. We got 4, 3. Can you keep this going? All right, back to stretch. Single, single, double taps. March.
Cholesterol and saturated fat are not the same thing. Cholesterol is found only in animals. Plants can't make cholesterol because they don't have a liver. Eating high cholesterol foods is not a problem for most people. Your liver will just cut back on its production of cholesterol to compensate. But eating saturated fat is a problem. It stimulates your body to overproduce cholesterol. So a no cholesterol label on a food made with saturated palm oil is very misleading.
Another substitute that we often make is in omelets and in baking in general. For example, an omelet, an egg is 75 calories. You can use 1 full egg and 2 or 3 whites. You got a great omelet. It's not nearly as many calories and not so much fat. And I've convinced Renee that to buy some of this liquid.
I haven't done it before, but it does sound like a good idea because I can't afford to turf out those eggs. I just
I
can't.
know.
Do it.
I'm from the same roots you are.
I can't do it.
And these liquid eggs, well, have a look, see, but it works for me. It really works for me. So, and in baking, a lot of times you can substitute either pureed fruit of virtually any description or egg whites and cut down that fat content. So that quadriceps stretch feels nice. And I had to put on my jacket, man. If you're going to exercise in the cool, you're probably going to have to put your layers back on as you cool down and stretch. Go get 'em, gang. That was a one feisty step workout, and you deserve a nice shower. Okay, you got a quad.
It Figures is produced in association with the Life Network, high on a plateau at the foot of Mount Kidd in the Rocky Mountains of Kananaskis country. Our production tent is supplied by Warner Shelter of Calgary.
And let's draw that back leg forward, which will stretch your right hip flexors. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Right in here. Good. Yeah. And put it on for the other hip flexors, so you're just going to have to switch legs. Get a nice view.
If you would like to buy an exercise video, a copy of this show, or one of our cookbooks, call 1-800-MORE-FIT.
In the next minute, it really looks like.
Viewers requiring an answer from It Figures should enclose $3 and a self-addressed stamped envelope.
It just feels too nice.
Teenagers need an hour more sleep than adults. If they're tired in the morning, we're tempted to call them lazy, but many teenagers are so busy with homework, job, and social activities that they're actually sleep deprived. Sleep experts say that in the teen years, the body clock shifts, resulting in a later natural bedtime and a later wake-up time. Studies have found that teens whose school starts later at 9:30 a.m. get better grades than those who start earlier. High school should probably start and end later. Right now, teens go to school in their most tired state and go home when they're most alert. To get the most out of school, teens should also eat breakfast. The International Symposium on Breakfast and Performance says the first meal of the day is essential for learning and memory. Kids who have breakfast are better at problem solving, they have greater verbal fluency, and they're more creative. And you know what else? They're easier to get along with. Yep, that goes for adults too. Come on, stand up here, get your weights, let's build muscle.
It's a chilly, rainy day in Mechaniska, so we need to warm up before we do weight training. Give me a step touch. Here's 4, 3, give me 2 grapevines. Out you go, come on home. Step touch 4, we got 4, 3, grapevine twice. Out and back. That's it. I got my best girlfriends with me today. Renee and Zena. No better company.
Also known as Daughter Zana.
Although I'm having less and less influence as the years go on. She's flying on her own now. Out. And I'm happy to see it. Like an arrow shot in the air, she's off and sailing. Now we're going to cut this in half. You're going to give me 1 grapevine, 2 step touches. Here they are. Stay. Step touch twice. Go back. That's it. And begin. Out. Step touch 2. That's it. You know, Zana, a lot of people tell me they remember when you were just a little kid.
I get that too.
And then, of course, there was the year that one of our viewers, the year of Zana's birth, one of our viewers named her prize bull after Zana.
Oh, you were so delighted.
I was so honored. I'm going to make a little change. Have a look-see. A little 1, 2, 3 knee step touch twice. Here you join me. Step touch twice. 1, 2, 3 knee step touch again. All right. Can I make another change? It'll be on the step touches. I'm gonna march twice. Grapevine knee, march, march. Grapevine, here's your knee, march, march. 2 more. Last time. Are you guys ready to work?
Ready.
Okay. We're starting here and here. If you will do some lunge squats with us, I promise you, you will get a workout in both your quadriceps and your glute muscles. If you've done this for a while, pick up some extra weight. We don't really care where you put it. I think I prefer it up here, and then you can hold it in your hand. Now look at the distance between my front and back leg. You really want distance here. And let me demo. I want you to go straight down like that. I don't want you to come forward on that knee. You need your knee right over your foot or behind it. Ready? We go. Down and down and up and up. Here, count 1. And up. And 2. That's it. You know, we read that one of the teen habits is to skip breakfast, because of course that's easy to skip because you're in a rush. But then the teens tend to make up those calories as they snack on candy and pop throughout the day, especially weight-conscious girls. And so there are good critical nutrients lost. Last time, and You just know if you don't eat breakfast, you're not going to be able to do anything. Yep. Competitive sports really does teach them something. And Dan, you've got a lot of enjoyment out of that too, have you, Bug? A lot of what? Enjoyment, that's it. That's the last one. A lot of enjoyment out of your competitive sports. Okay, biceps, but listen, I gotta strip off. I got my furnace turned on now.
Oh, good for
Now,
you.
look
We're
here.
not that brave
Yeah,
yet.
mine's not turned on. We're gonna want you to take a good broad stance here, and you need to kind of give it a little bit of a pelvic tilt. We're gonna do double curls, and this is not what you want, and this is what you'll get as it gets harder. So stand up here, bend your knees just a little, pelvic tilt, and ready, lift, up and up. What we're gonna do today is take fewer weights and show you a workout that you can do if you don't have many weights. So we've got 1 or 2 pair of dumbbells apiece, and we can make that work. So if you have lighter weights, you could do both biceps at once. And if you're going to choose a heavier weight, you're probably going to need to do one arm at a time. Last one and done. Okay, you've done biceps. Let's go to triceps. Xana is going to do one arm tricep extension with one weight. You show them that one. Renee is going to do the same thing, but in a position, kneeling position. I got no weight. Say I have no weight that's appropriate. I'm going to do one arm tricep dips. So there's my weight bearing arm. Are we all ready to work?
We're ready.
Here we go. Work for 2 and work for 2. We're counting now. Here's 1. And so the tricep is those muscles on the back of your upper arm. And I can really feel them.
I can too already.
But if you have no weights, this is a good alternative. And again, 3 more. That's it. Last 2. And here we are, team. Last 1 and done. Take a stretch. Take a quick stretch. Oh, yes. 2 ways to stretch your triceps. You can pull it right across as though you're trying to choke yourself, or you can put it behind and pressure up there from your other arm just above your elbow. I kind of like to go between the 2. How'd that feel?
Yeah, this one feels the best to me.
All right. Ready for the other side? Okay. When you guys get in position, I'll get in position.
We're ready.
Okay. And here we go. And work. And number 2. And 3. One of the big concerns with teenage girls who don't eat at meals, but just do snacking in between, is their deficiency in calcium and iron. Because a lot of times they stop drinking milk because they know it's got calories in it, and they live on diet soda. And of course they don't eat meat because they know that's got calories. This is the last one. And done. Woo! Now, I'll tell you, you're sitting on the couch. That looks so simple.
It did look like nothing, but it wasn't nothing.
It's not judging. It's something. Oh. Renee has boys, teenage boys.
Who have no trouble eating.
No, I mean, that's not typically. In fact, apparently, the average teenage boy gets better nutrients than the average teenage girl because they just eat
so
more.
much, yeah.
And they do tend to eat more food. But you said when you invite their girlfriends,
They eat nothing.
they don't eat. Like, it's sort of a mentality that if it's on a plate at mealtime, it's caloric. But if it's nibbled in between, it's free. Well, look at I mean, Zen eats. I'm not looking at you. Okay, we're moving around here. draw your scapula together. I'm going to do it on the step. You can do it on the floor. And this is all you're going to do. I'm going to put some weights in your hands, and you're going to draw your shoulder blades together, like this. And then you do just the reverse. Pull them together and then pull them apart, so that you really make an active effort to pull them apart. Are you with me? We'll count 1, and here's 2, and... Well, what do you say to the girls, or are you just polite and don't say anything?
Oh, I can't really be their mother.
Yeah,
This would not go over well.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, here's the homeward kick. And 3 more. Pull scapula and release. Last 2. And here's the last 1 and down. Okay, let's get you prone on the floor. I want you to work on these in the break. Back extensions to strengthen your back. Here's your scapula. Pull them together. So right there, you see that. Palms are up. Put your nose on the floor and just lift to a count of 2. Up, 2, down, 2. If you can't produce any lift at all, it's okay. Just do what you can do. See you back. And lift. Up and up and down and down. Lisa May is a committed fitness enthusiast, and you do virtually all of your fitness at home.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't belong to a gym and don't go out to classes.
Too expensive, and it's more convenient at home.
Now, you have a weight bench and all the weights at home?
Well, right now they're just on the floor, and I use the step bench to sit on and to lie on for my chest flies, and I make do that way, and it's homemade, my step is.
I've seen that step. Isn't that the one that yours opens up and
Opens up, and I keep all my dumbbells inside, and my little weights, little hand weights and stuff like that, yeah.
Lisa, I think, knows my product line, my videos, better than I do.
Inside and out, back to front.
You've done every single one. You have every single one.
And I've done them many, many times. Many times, yeah.
So, you know, when people call me and say, oh, does such and such have any abs on it? I call Lisa and say, Lisa, what about the sequel? Does that have any? Which video did you talk about? Right, I'll know. She'll know. She's really, she's, if the proof is in the pudding, she's the pudding. All right, abdominal bracing. The work is right here. You've got a right angle here, so your thighs are vertical. You've got a right angle here, so that your lower legs are horizontal. But here's the action. We want to see pull down for 2, release for 2. Pull, 2, release, 2. Pull hard, release, pull. Now that's called an abdominal brace. Now Xana's going to hold that for you. If you're new to this game, you just want to keep that going. Those of you who've been in this for a while, we're going to start to move a leg to challenge that brace. Leg down and up and up. Down and down and up and up. That's it. It's just a challenge. It's greater resistance for your belly to work against. Okay, we're going to switch legs. Switch legs. Same thing on the belly. As far as the belly's concerned, it's the same workload. 3 more that leg. That's it. Now 2 more. We're going to switch back, and it's going to get harder. Watch the lever here. It lengthens. Down, 2, up. And again, same leg. Are you with me? Here, we count 1 and up. Here's 2. Mind your belly. That's where the work is. 3. And come on up. So the belly's down, it's down, it's down. Now it releases. It's down, it's down. 1 more this leg. Down, down. Now just switch legs. A long lever and now you can release. So it's like catching a breath as you come out of the water, doing the butterfly. Here's your breath. Work, 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 release. Work, work. Now give me your mind. 2 more, and really think about your belly. Here's your last one, and done. Whoa!
Even just doing those still runs works.
And takes your breath away. And you know what that is? It's making a girdle inside you. I mean, you've got the girdle. I mean, you've got it there. You just have to train it. Your abdominal muscles are built like a perfect girdle. In fact, where do you think the girdle makers got the ideas? They got it from looking at your abdominal corset. Now, we're going to do reverse curls. I don't care if your legs are crossed, if your legs are like this, if your legs are like this. I just want you to leave your legs out of the effort. Keep them still. Keep them passive. Just contract, release. Contract, release. And eventually, you may be able to contract hard enough that your little tailbone just lifts barely off the floor. It's ever so slight a visual movement. But if you're doing this on the floor with us, you know how hard it is. Curl, release, and here's your last chance. And done. All right, how'd you do on those? Good. All right. Now, we're going to do obliques. They're here, internal, external obliques. The first one we're going to do, look at my knees. See how they're stacked one on another? Now, I'm going to unstack them. Take the top knee and bring it back just a tad. Now, here, you can actually look at the ceiling. Look at the ceiling. I come up and down. These are just crunches. Are you with me? So your body is kind of twisted. Your trunk is kind of twisted. You're looking straight at the ceiling, but here's where you feel the effort, on the side of your trunk. Okay, a couple more of these. 4 more. And 3. And 2. Here's the last one. Now stay right there. Stay there. Now watch what happens. Look at my legs. Now I'm going to stack them right even, right smack on top of each other. Now I'm going to lift with my trunk facing you. My face is facing you. I'm not facing the ceiling. And I'm going to pull into this quadratus lumborum. This muscle in my back is going to give me some aid. I'm going to lift up and down and down. So we're just changing the mix a little bit here. Are you with me? Okay, we'll count it. 1 and up and down. And so try not to crank your head up. Try and make this effort from the waist. Now make sure your face is toward me. Your chest is toward me. You're truly on your side. 4 more.
Such a little movement, isn't it? It's a really
range of motion. Small, very small. Up and up. Here's our last time, troops. And done. All right. Flip around. Let's try the other side. Remember the first one? Your legs are unstacked. So it's like that. The top leg is a little bit behind because you have to do that because you're going to lift with your chest or face to the ceiling. Here we go. Up and up. Are you with us? Here's 1 and up. Now, you try and keep the effort in your belly. You can just let your head and neck fall into a cradle built by your hands here so that you don't have to strain. Here's where you want to feel the strain in the side of your trunk. Can you?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Well, more oblique right across my back.
Absolutely. It is truly internal obliques taking the brunt of the workload. Here's a very last one. Up and down and down. Okay, now, face me. It's kind of awkward. I give you that. These knees are stacked right on top of each other. But your chest and your face are facing the same way as your belly button. Okay, here we go. Lift and up, and up, and down and down. So the effort, the range of motion is even smaller. Can you finish these off? All right, now, when you come back, you've got these done and your weight's on. Is that a deal? And you're standing up for hamstrings. And up, right there. Shauna Solomon is new to our motley cast and crew this year, and we love having you.
That's nice to be here.
You're so easy to work with. And I've known, and it's clear to you probably, that she is not a rank beginner in front of a camera. She has a theater background. Tell us a bit about it.
Well, I've worked in the theater since in 1982 when I graduated from university.
Where?
I went to UBC, and then I went over to England and studied at the Webber Douglas Academy, and I worked in England for almost 10 years.
On stage?
Stage, film, and television.
What did you do in Cats?
I was the white cat.
Tell us a story about the subway.
Oh, I got caught in the subway one night on my way to the theater, and it stopped, and no one said anything. We were there for about an hour and a quarter, and I was starting to sweat because the half-hour call was coming. So I pulled out my street makeup, and I didn't have much in my bag, and looking in the window of the subway for a mirror, I put my cat's eyes on.
You mean you did your
I did my full makeup with whatever I had. People were looking at me like I was kind of weird, but in London they have a high tolerance for weird-looking sights, so nobody said anything, and then I got off the tube and ran to the stage door and got there just in time.
Was that your most fun job?
Oh, no, by no means. No, that, in fact, to do a long-running musical 8 shows a week is really hard work, and towards the end you think you'll kill yourself if you hear those songs one more time. No. So, no, that wasn't my most fun. I enjoyed a lot of the challenge of television as well, and they do such good quality television there that it was great. But I married a Calgarian.
And so here she is.
I am. And
Carolina is our game. We think you're so brave to come out here with a breech baby, very close to term. Thank you so much for
Is it brave or stupid? I'm not sure.
Right. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's been a lot of fun.
Okay, it's a muscle show. This weight-bearing leg is a little soft. These thighs are parallel, so you don't get into this business. And your spine is in neutral, or you've got a good pelvic tilt. Check, 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 check. Ready, lift. Up and down. So the effort is to take your heel to your rear end, and mine doesn't go all the way either. Just doesn't fit that way. Up and up, and it's these hamstrings that are the prime movers. Up and down and down. Up. Yeah, I don't think kids think much about good nutrition for health like some don't. Some don't. Well, just surely chronic disease is a long way away for you.
But looking good is pretty...
That's right. Good point, Zana. Mark one up for Zana. You want to look good, you got to eat good. You're done. Have fun. Woo, take a wiggle. Okay, got the other leg ready? Lift it up and up, and down, and down, up and up. Come on with me. We can stretch these in the break. That's your reward. Up and up. How many more? Up and down. How many? 4 more?
That sounds good to me.
3. Ooh, yes. And how many more?
Last one. This
And up and down. All right, here's your reward for the break. Straighten your arms and just enjoy a stretch. Both legs. We come back. Weights on your step. I've asked the director of golf at the Kananaskis Country Golf Course,
Brian Bygrave to stop by and tell me your favorite story of the golf course in all the time that you've been there.
Well, one of my favorites, and I think it's a funny story, was about 6 years ago we had a grizzly bear who persisted in hanging around the golf course for a number of days. And despite valiant efforts by Fish and Wildlife people, we couldn't get rid of the bear. And he became very comfortable and familiar romping around the golf course. And finally one day he was on the 18th green of the Mount Lorette course, and he took off in a straight line down the fairway right towards a lady that was getting ready to hit her approach shot. He wasn't attacking her, but she had no way of knowing that.
Of course.
And the poor gal just dropped in a heap. I'm laughing, but it wasn't. It was funny at the time. It was very scary to her, I'm sure, and she just passed out, and the bear just went right on.
Oh, he was running at something else.
Yeah, he was just running away.
Lucky she didn't have a heart attack, Brian.
Yeah, if she had a heart attack, we'd probably be held responsible for that or something.
What's your biggest nightmare?
Well, that happened.
Maybe that was it.
No, that wasn't it. No, because it happened the first year we were open, and we were busy trying to get these 2 golf courses off the ground and working hard at it. But we didn't really know when the sun came up and when the sun came down and when it would freeze and when it wouldn't freeze. And we were busy doing our bookings. And come one day late in August in 1983, we had a person show up for their 6:30 tee time. There was only one problem. It was
Pitch
dark.
black.
Pitch black. So now what do? I mean, we explained to the person we're sorry. The person says, well, I want to play golf. I said, well, ma'am, if you play golf, what in the world are we going to do with all these people behind you? She says, well, it doesn't matter. How many holes do I have to miss? I'll go and start on the 4th hole, or whenever it gets light, I'll start, she said. So she went and started on the 4th hole, missed 3 holes, and was happy. Embarrassing story, but it worked out pretty good.
Great story. We just thought we'd squeak in some abductor lifts here. So just hang half your body off the step and see if you can lift. Up and up. That's it. Now I know Renee's got to be back there counting.
Actually, I wasn't for once. I am.
Santa is.
One more.
That sounds about right. Okay, troops. Last 2. And here's the last one. You need to swivel hips real quick and get it on the other side.
It's hard to swivel with those weights on.
Yeah, and listen, you can do this on the floor if you prefer. It's just if you can hang off, you get a little negative work as you go below the horizontal. Good job! Catch you next time. It Figures is produced in association with the Life Network, high on a plateau at the foot of Mount Kidd in the Rocky Mountains of Kananaskis country. Our production tent is supplied by Warner Shelter of Calgary. If you would like to buy an exercise video, a copy of this show, or one of our cookbooks, call 1-800-MORE-FIT. Viewers requiring an answer from It Figures should enclose $3 and a self-addressed stamped envelope. Okay, switch off legs. The Harvard School of Public Health studied more than 44,000 male healthcare professionals for 6 years. In that time, researchers found no significant link between higher intake of fish and coronary heart disease risk. But Dr. Alexander Leaf, Harvard Emeritus Professor of Clinical Medicine, believes this study is flawed. He says those who ate the most fish were subjects at risk who had a family history of health problems. Now, researchers at the University of Guelph found that a moderate fish intake of 6 fish dishes per week bring the most benefit. More than that seems to have no greater impact. Other studies show that even small amounts of fish in your diet are linked to a lower risk of heart disease. So I think if you can find some fish or fish dishes you like, it's probably a good idea to enjoy them several times a week. And by the way, saltwater fish have no more sodium than freshwater fish. You don't absorb salt by swimming in the ocean, and neither do the fish. Let's do step today.
It's crisp and cool here in Kananaskis country. We're eager to warm up, so come on, let's get with it.
My family loves putting fishies in our dishes.
Like the little guys?
Oh, well, any kind of fish. And it's so good done in the microwave.
Have you all had salmon recently?
Yes.
It is so cheap. How are they even getting it out of the water for that price?
It's the peak salmon run right now.
Man, oh man, it's delicious. And quick salmon is one of them. It has lots of good omega-3 fatty acids. Those are single taps. Give me triples. They look like this. 1, 2, 3, switch. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Now give me 2 singles and a triple. A single, single, triple. That's it. Single, single, triple. We've got one of those fish poaching dishes, those long metal things.
Yes, I've got one too.
It's just too easy, man. It's just so easy.
I actually agree with Lori. I think they're fantastic in the microwave. They do so juicy, temptation.
So good.
A whole salmon, 4 minutes.
Yeah, I have to try it. Do you wrap it?
No? And it stays so moist.
I'm going to try it. We're going to add on a march. After this triple, march on the floor. 4, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, 2 singles. Here's your triple.
Beautiful presentation that's right.
The table for big whole fish. I like the head on there. Yeah, I think it's. Although lots of times in the grocery market, the heads are already gone. 2 singles. Here's your triple. And march. In fact, are we having salmon for lunch today?
I am.
Yeah, we ordered it. Triple. Bum, 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 and march. Next time, everybody, the march is on the step. Single, single. Okay, here we go. She's up and down and up. 2 singles and a triple. Yes. And march up. That's it. Couple more times. We'll give a wake-up call to the major muscle groups and go for broke. Last time. Single, single, triple, and march. Okay, hold those single taps right here. Just hold these. Counting you to hold the very last one. And last 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, hamstrings. Please come and work with us today. Right there in the back of your thigh. And now if you lean forward with your heel on the floor, you got a gastroc stretch down here in your calf muscle. And then when you pelvic tilt, you move that stretch to these hip flexors. The University of Sydney did an interesting study on asthmatic kids. They looked at 500 asthmatic kids who ate fish. They gave them oily fish, like salmon, which we are so blessed with here in Western Canada. They gave them oily fish once a week. Did you know that in that study, those kids had half the asthma attacks that they had previous? That is a remarkable statistic. And they just think it's from the anti-inflammatory effects of the fish oil. No one knows for sure yet. Now, pelvic tilt, but they do know that canned fish had no effect. It was fresh fish and stuff cooked in oil, like fish cooked in fish oil or other things cooked in fish oil. It didn't work. It was just oily way on the step, tap and change right here. Moving the other way, tap and change here. That's it. Okay, we're going to need to add on. And we're going to add on 4 single knees right here. Up, knee, down, tap. 2 more, and they all have taps after them. Now here are those 2 basics. Take you to the other end of the step where you tap and 4 knees. That's it. You know, it is the cold water fish. Here's your 2 basics. The cold water oceanic fish that have the most omega-3 fish oils. You know, like what kind of fish? Well, anything. Herring and cod. Sardines, I hear. Yeah. They are better in terms of omega-3 fish oils than warm water fish like, say, catfish. Where I come from, we love that catfish. But unfortunately, a lot of people in the South fry their catfish. And let me tell you, they don't fry in fish oil. They fry in bacon grease. Okay, 2 basics. Here are those knees. Next time, those knees are 4 single kicks. Down at the other end, give me 4 kicks right here. There you go. Good. It's because of the algae that they eat, those deep cold water fish, and also apparently they need that omega-3 to insulate against the cold. Okay, I'm going to make a change. You do your 4 knee kicks. I'm only going to do the first 3 with you. On this one, I walk, lunge back, and cha-cha-cha. We call it a kick samba. There's 3. There's 2. Here's your last one. And walk, lunge forward, and cha-cha-cha. Good. Try it again with us. There's number 3. Here's number 2. Here's your last one. Now walk, just step forward and cha-cha. Good. It turns out, too, that any lake fish that lives in a very cold lake or river also, because of the temperature, here's your last one, has a lot of omega-3. So Renee and I were thinking, that's got to be any fish caught in Western Canada. Yes, exactly. Not like we have a lot of warm water here. Yeah. All these streams, including that one right down there, the Kananaskis River, come straight from a glacier. Here's your kick. Kick samba. Forward, back, and cha-cha-cha. Have you got this one down pat yet? There's a 3. Here's 2. And walk, forward, back, and cha-cha-cha. Okay. Dadgummit, I want to change something. I'm going to change those first 2 kicks. You just do your 2 kicks and then your kick samba. I'm with you. Up kick and cha-cha. Did you see what happened? After these 2 basics, knee repeater 3, 3, 2, 1 down tap, and here's your kick samba. Well, you can't trip you guys up. We like this. Here's your repeater 3. Tap down, here's that kick, and walk, forward, back, and cha-cha-cha. Well, you're getting very quiet. I figure you're concentrating. That's right, repeater. Tap down. Up, kick, walk, up, forward, back, and cha-cha-cha. Yeah. Repeater 3. Good. All right. This is going to be our very last kick samba. You've got your repeater 3. the end. Good. Try it on this side. Repeat it 3. That's it. Tap right down. Stay off the end right here. Now you go in basic. Good work. Okay. Now, keep it going. We're going to develop it further when we get back. Stay in aerobic format. Up. Knee repeater. Knee off the end.
This is Dave Winfield, who's general manager of the Kananaskis Inn Best Western. How long have you been at this property?
Just 9 years.
Just 9 years? That's the most senior I've heard so far.
Probably so, yes, yes.
Well, you've seen a lot of changes in this valley.
Yes, I have.
What's the biggest?
Well, of course, the major impact of the whole situation was the Olympics in '88, and it's become a wonderful world destination.
Was the inn in existence before the Olympics?
All the 3 properties were here at the commencement of the Olympics.
They were just upgraded and enlarged for the Olympics?
No, they were all built as they are today.
I didn't realize that.
Yes.
I thought there was some sort of scuffling around to get it all finished.
No, it's always been well organized.
What's your most memorable story here in Kananaskis Valley?
Well, on many occasions we do some outside functions, and on the first occasion of the Mozart in the mountains, we had a lot of fun finding all the food and so forth, and the help and the assistance, and it worked out very successfully.
That has become a huge event, and
Yes,
it's
it
tomorrow.
Well, actually, there's 2 shows. There's one today and also tomorrow.
9,000 people, something like
They
that?
reckon about between 9,000 and 10,000 people, yes. Last year it was 16,000 people. The weather was absolutely superb, and for that reason they've cut it back because of traffic control and so forth.
Was it your idea, Dave?
No, it wasn't. It was an idea from Nakiska in conjunction with the Calgary Philharmonic Orchestra, and it happens apparently, something similar to this happens already in Whistler and in White Rock. And the thought was, wouldn't it be a wonderful idea and concept to have it here?
Well, I congratulate you all in the Kananaskis Valley on the success of that wonderful event.
Well, thank you very much indeed.
Dave Winfield of the Inn in Kananaskis.
Hi, we're holding basic for you. Thought it would be easier for you to get into. Are you with us? Remember, we're doing 2 basics with a tap. A knee repeater 3 with a tap. And then 2 single knees right off the end. Everything with taps. Taps everywhere. Here's 1 basic. Moving this way. 2 basic. Give me a tap. Repeater 3. That is with a tap down. 2 single knees right off the end. And pick up your basics here. You back with us now? Repeater 3. That's it. Tap down. Up, knee down, tap off the end. Up, knee down, tap off the end. Okay. I think we got on the same train this time. And she's up, tap down. So listen, if you're not accustomed to buying and preparing fish, there are some real simple rules of thumb. Don't overcook it. Don't overcook it. And it doesn't take much. Very, very short cooking time. When it flakes with a fork, she's done. She's ready to eat. Don't buy it if it smells fishy. Fresh fish doesn't have a strong fishy odor. 2 basics. Don't keep it more than a day or 2 unless you're going to freeze it. And they're so cheap right now, these salmon. I'm going to buy a ton of them and freeze them.
Well, you can only freeze them for 6 months, oily fish, remember, so don't buy more than you can eat.
Well, I'll tell you, as good as they are, Renee, I think I could go through an awful lot. And I love them in salmon salads.
You make a gorgeous salmon on fruit.
Oh, I do,
Very
really?
elegant dinner.
Yes. But you know what? That's not a low-fat dish.
No, but sure is
I know. And I love making it for you. You always make me so pleased. You always compliment me, and I feel repeater. Have a look, see. I'm gonna go up, knee, 4, 3, 2, 1, get off. Do you see it?
Got it.
Okay. Knee repeater, try it. Knee repeater 3. And then you up, knee, march on top. Up, knee, 4, 3, 2, 1, get off. Yes! Here it comes again. Here's your repeater. Been here before. Here's the new part. Up, knee, 4, 3, 2, 1, get off. All right, team. Repeater. Yes. Again. Up, knee, march on top. 4, 3, 2, 1, get off. All right. Cannot change. One more little thing. It's just a tiny little change. Do what you know. Up, knee, 4, 3, 2, 1, get off. Here it's coming at you again. You got this repeater 3. And I have a small change. I just march off, march on, and then get off. And hey, if that bothers you, you can just do those little marches on top that I just showed you. That'll be fine. Here it is. Up, knee, 4, 3, 2, 1, get off. 2 basics. Give me a tap right here. Repeater 3. Here's that thing again. Up, knee, 4, 3, 2, 1, and get it off. Think you got it? Good. What else can I tell you? Shellfish. You don't buy them if the shells are open already. Bad side.
Oh, I'll say.
And what happens when you cook them, the shells do open. And if some of them don't open, chuck them.
So we're talking mussels here.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I guess mussels would be the only ones. And clams. I don't often get clams. I do sometimes get mussels. Up, knee, 4, 3, 2, 1, and get it off. Good. Again, knee repeater 3. Tap down. Here it is. Up, knee, 4, 3, 2, 1, get off. Whole basic. Let's have a little talk. How hard are you working? Have a look. I give you multiple choice. This is the Borg perceived exertion scale. And to get best benefits, I'd hope that you're somewhere between somewhat hard and hard. If you're not working that hard, don't despair. You can do it later. In the beginning, lots of times, people don't want heavy exertion as a beginner. That's all right. We all had to be a beginner sometime. Okay.
And we often have to be a beginner again.
Yes,
after you've
that's
been
right.
injured or
Something
something.
happens. 2 basics, knee repeater 3. And we're just going to hold various kinds of repeaters. So here's 2 basics, knee repeater 3. 3, 2, rock, 2 basics. That's it. Knee repeater 3. That's it. Now guess what? The basics are gone. Repeater 3 over here. 3, 2, rock, repeater over there. Can you hold this in the break? It's high cardio. See you back. Rock. 3, 2, rock. 3.
Carla Hansen is the manager of guest relations at the lodge at Kananaskis. You've worked out here 2 years.
That's right.
Tell us some of your stories that you staff enjoy.
Well, a lot of the excitement that comes from, I think, collectively from our staff is when really well-known people come out and stay with us here.
Like who?
And we're going through something actually right now this summer. There's a movie that's being filmed by 20th Century Fox called Bookworm.
Oh, that's Anthony.
That's Sir Anthony Hopkins, Alec Baldwin, and Elle Macpherson, and they're going to be gracing us with their presence today, in fact. And
I'm free for a second.
Aren't we all? And I've said, I've had so many people, just staff, people, so excited, they'll come up to me, have they checked in yet? And they're, our staff is so professional, that they know where their boundaries are, they know to respect the privacy of these individuals, but everyone is so excited, and it's so great to see everybody just the eyes are like this, and everybody's really thrilled to have somebody like that come and stay in their hotel. And I think it makes them really proud, particularly now to be working for Canadian Pacific Hotels when something like that happens.
There are a lot of movies shot in Kananaskis country.
This country is so beautiful. I mean, it's opens up so many opportunities for these people to come out here and shoot. I mean, they can get enormous crews out here, and it's relatively easy for them with the open space, and there's not going to be a lot of people to bug them. I mean, and more, I think that a lot of the film crews are catching on to that, and Kananaskis country, Canmore area, the whole area is becoming more and more popular.
I'm so for it because it builds this industry in Canada, because when they come up here, they hire part of their staff from here, so
you bet.
It builds jobs.
It's great for us. I mean, it's great for our economy, and you can't beat it.
Listen, Carl, keep your ear to the ground. If they ever need a kind of an exercise instructor type, I could make myself...
You'll be in there. You'll be the first one to know.
We're holding those repeaters for you. Walk, walk. You know what I want you to do? In a minute, I want you to give me a repeater 3 and just cross over the step. This time, tap down and just come towards me. And stay here, do repeater 3, 3, 2, 1, cross over. Do another repeater 3, that's it. And keep a crossing. Repeater 3 right here. All right. And tap down. Last time to do a repeater. Very last time. Just cross over. Now back off. And come towards me. Up, down, touch. Up, down, touch. Now, whenever you feel comfortable with it, you can turn this pattern behind the step. Look. Up, down, touch. Up, down, touch. You there? Now, when you move it side to side, we call it an A step. So there's 1A, second A. So every time you cross end to end, that's an A step. So we're going to do an A, and when we tap down, stay on the floor for 2-step touches. Now, stay down, step touch 2. Do your A step. Stay right down, step touch 1 or 2. Up, down, touch, step touch. You got it? Yep. Renee, your warning not to overcook fish because it becomes like rubber reminds me of my terrible mistake. The first year I went away to school, I did just the opposite with chicken. I had seen my mother fry chicken, breaded, pounce it in a bag full of flour and fry it, but I'd never actually done it. Oh my goodness, I had to do it for my flatmates in England. Everybody had to take a night to cook supper. Well, I just fried it till the crispy stuff on the outside.
And then it's brown on the outside.
Oh gosh, we cut into it and it bled right on the table. Man, did I start studying then. Can you keep this going? All right, at least stay walking back to stretch.
You don't have to work up a sweat to get fit, but you do need to work up your heart rate. Aerobic exercise is any sustained physical activity that produces heavy breathing and high heart rate. And now I know what you're thinking, and the answer is yes. If you can keep it going for 15 to 20 minutes, it's got to qualify as aerobic. Regular aerobic exercise conditions your heart and keeps your body fat under control. It moderates your reaction to stress and increases your stamina. Such a deal.
Oh, that was a nice workout. And if you have dropped your heel off the back of your step, keeping this knee just a little soft, a little bit, you get the most wonderful calf stretch, your big gastrocnemius muscle there on stretch. Try the other side. That is so nice, and those ones get tight. The gastrocs, the quadriceps,
The hip
flexors. We do a ton of knee lifts. Now, step down on that back foot and straddle this step. Come down on your back heel. Your front calf just rests on the step. Flatten your back. Ah, great hamstring stretch. Moving on to hip flexors. Right here.
It Figures is produced in association with the Life Network, high on a plateau at the foot of Mount Kidd in the Rocky Mountains of Kananaskis country. Our production tent is supplied by Warner Shelter of Calgary.
So we're here, and now we'll just flip across, and we're here, right there, yeah. Oh, good.
If you would like to buy an exercise video, a copy of this show, or one of our cookbooks, call 1-800-MORE-FIT.
Oh, those are the hip flexors.
Viewers requiring an answer from It Figures should enclose $3 and a self-addressed stamped envelope.
That's a mighty nice stretch right there. Okay, hamstrings. Well, we've done hamstrings. We haven't done quad